We generally know that sunshine is somehow good for our health. In fact, there are specific scientific reasons to prove this fact. Do you know what happens to our body when we expose it to the sun rays? Sunlight actually destroys certain particular fungi and bacteria that may have settled on our skin. In this regard, it has a strong medicinal value. Another way in which sunshine acts as a protective agent is by further activating the white blood cells. We know that these cells attack disease germs in our body and help us keep healthy. Thus, sunlight helps us to develop a greater resistance to fight diseases. When sunlight falls on the skin, it causes certain substances to move into the blood and give the muscles a new tone. The muscles become more tense and thus can work better. In fact, our nervous system gets a kind of charge from sunlight, and thus we feel stimulated and want to move about. There is a substance in the skin called ergosterol that is transformed into vitamin D by sun's ultraviolet rays. This vitamin is very useful for bones. These are some of the reasons why exposing ourselves to the sun rays is useful. In fact, it's just like swallowing a teaspoonful of medicine every 5 minutes. But it is important to remember that this medicine is by no means harmless. We have to be just as careful about sunbathing as we would have to be about taking medicine. Sunbathing raises the blood pressure, so people who have heart trouble or certain lung diseases run the risk of physical harm by excessive exposure to sun. In fact, everyone should expose himself to sunlight only in phases. For instance, while taking sunbaths, the best thing is to begin by exposing 1/5 of the body for about 5 minutes. The next day, expose another 1/5 of the body for an extra 5 minutes, and so on. In this way, one can get all the benefits of sunlight without running into unnecessary risk.